So here's actually what happened, what took place during the Wong Jackman fight with Bruce Lee. And the truth of it is, we all start somewhere. We all have a beginning spawn. None of us are perfect when we start out. And so, Wong Jackman, he was a guy who had more training, more conditioning, more experience than Bruce had. And when he faced off against him, so what training conditions you to respond to is more structured match and fights. And where strato boxing and air boxing comes in is to prepare you for the unexpected. And so Bruce Lee's intention was to maim and to kill. Wong Jackman's was to basically fight and destroy, to deal punches, to disable. And I've always said, if you ever followed some of past and previous works, destroying a person is hard. That takes work, that takes effort. But killing a person, that's very easy. It's a very different action, very different mindset, very different goal. One, if you're trying to destroy a person, if you're just trying to punch them apart, that's going to be very hard, very exhaustive process. But if you're just trying to kill that person, trying to permanently disable them, it's a very different action. You start looking for different weak points. You start looking for eyes, for temple shots, for weak points. And you don't fight perfectly. You fight dirty. You fight to kill, to maim. And that was both a wake-up call. It was a wake-up call for both men, because Bruce Lee was both inexperienced, he was unconditioned, he had strength in his hands and his fists, but he lacked the experience to properly engage with people, multiple people at once, to engage with people. And Wong Jackman was not prepared for that violence which Bruce showed. And when you're faced with that, he stanced off, and Bruce immediately just comes at him with a lunge and ignores his block and basically scoots around and cuts him with his thumb, hits him, and basically it struck his nerves basically. And he's in that sensitivity. It doesn't matter how experienced you are. Once your body experiences that kind of pain, it's like, whoa, hold up. And it's like, that's why, and he starts backing off to give both him and Bruce and himself time to for the situation to cool down. And it's like, whoa, holy shit, this guy's amped up on some mission sauce, some spiritual sauce, and he needs to calm down. And the only way you're going to do that is by not engaging with him, by trying to tire him out, by backing off. Doesn't matter if you look like a pussy or whatever, he saved his life, saved both men's life and dignity. Because if he had actually challenged Bruce, Bruce would have lost. Bruce was very inexperienced. He did not have the endurance or the conditioning to keep up with him. But he initially dealt him a fatal blow, and a quick blow. And in the heat of the moment, both men were realizing, huffing and puffing. When I struck him, I realized that his body was a lot stronger than mine. His conditioning, he could have easily taken me on. But because of the intensity which I was going at with him, and the intensity which he was receiving, was like a wake-up call. It's just like, this guy's out of his mind. This is what it's like to encounter a person who's trying to kill you. And it's just, your movements are very unstructured, unpredictable, and your body pretty much gets into a sense of panic and fear, because you get that sense like, this guy is trying to kill me, and he was. And so Wong Jackman he's neither a wimp, nor was he a bad man. He actually did the very honorable thing and let Bruce walk away with that inexperience, and that dishonorable. It wasn't a very honorable. It was basically two children coming together. Him with all of experience, him thinking that he was on top of the world, on top of some world, and Bruce as well with his drive, with his emotion, thinking that he was on top of the world. And both men realizing, coming to an agreement, we both have a very long ways to go. Wong Jackman realized, this isn't something I ultimately want to do for the rest of my life, because there's almost nothing which can counter that kind of unstoppable force. That you wronged my family, and I'm going to kill you force. There's something very different about someone who's pumped up with that much adrenaline, that much willpower, that much strength, When they come in for a killing blow, there's almost nothing that's going to stop them from striking that once they realize and they move with that opportunity. When you're stuck there and you're rooted on the spot and you're just seeing that incoming. Or you've been put in a disadvantage or been put into a position, whatever. There's all kinds of variables. And the ultimate point being is both human beings realize that we're all human and that we all have the same bodies. None of us want to be doing this, but unfortunately we have to learn how to fight, especially men. Men have to learn how to fight, basically. You do so for the sanctity, for the safety of your children, for your families. Just by practicing, you just getting those rote movements down, pat, you come at such an advantage. And you having that mental clarity, that mental space, not letting your emotions take over, not letting your anger take over. To drill yourself mentally and physically, but mentally especially, imagining someone coming up to you. Usually someone's taller than you. It's all about the preparation. Usually if someone's taller, they need to go and they have to reach down in order to engage you. You can use that to your advantage, try to skip around them. Maintain a calm and clear head, drill yourself. Either alone or with a master, he can help you as well. To basically condition your body to not be as fearful, to learn how to take deep and conscious breaths. Maintain on top of the situation. Back yourself off. There's nothing wrong with backing off. Shin kicks to the calves and shins. That hurts so much. Kicks to any part of the body, the groin. Once you inflict pain upon a person, enough pain, that's usually when they stop. You trigger the response, and most people are not conditioned for that. And that was one of the biggest things too, was Bruce realizing himself that he needed to condition his own body to take a blow. And that's why fighting against Iron Mike is such a bad idea, because he's trained himself to take headshots. He is a strong person. That is a very strong man. And no one in the right mind would want to challenge just anyone simply for the sake of it. That's stupid. That's just, why would you want to go up to someone's family, someone's son, their daughter, a father, a friend of someone's, and try to take anything from them? You wouldn't. It's not sensible. So yeah, that's basically what happened. Wong Jackman, he spared Bruce's feelings. He spared his reputation. He spared his dignity by walking away calmly and just by never telling the story. Bruce as well. Bruce was very egotistical and very big mouth back then, and that's another thing, is not starting thing. If you never start something, there's nothing. If you never start anything, there's nothing to ever finish. Don't start nothing, there will be nothing. And so, yeah, you don't. Only foolish people just want to just randomly challenge others. A master keeps quiet. You don't. Beating others, fighting others. The more you train, the more experience you get, the less you want to fight others like that. It's just, you just get the sense, you get the realization of what you're capable of and what they're capable of as well. You both have a human body, same physics. You may be smaller, they may be bigger. You may be bigger, they may be smaller. And what matters is you're practicing and conditioning. And you relying upon intuition as well. And hopefully there'll come a day where more people understand this, and everyone will feel safe to be around one another, because everyone simply just knows and understands that. Everyone understands and knows the difference. We're all just here. We're all souls, all equals in spirit, in life, all here on a learning journey. No one deserves to die, and no one deserves to lose their life or to have their bodies crippled. No one deserves to be at stress. People deserve to be at ease. Yeah, that's all I want to say about that. Pac-Man was he was an honorable man. And so was Bruce, later in time.